You'll have to excuse my 10-year-old cameraman here. He's a little shaky. Next time I'll do the tripod. I promise this is only a few more seconds. Bear with me. Here's the load that I put on the night before, so I get a pretty early start the following morning. I don't normally stack this high. Just one of those things, give the DOT less to pick on. I try to keep my logs completely below the bunks. But there's quite a few itty-bitty, like 11-inch logs slipped in there. And most of these are 8s and 10s, so fairly short. In terms of load capacity, I've hauled a lot of 16s. You know, I've hauled 14s, 12, 14, 16s up to the bunks before. So weight-wise, this isn't bad. Now I'm looking at a hinge that was done by a tree service. There's 2 butt logs on here that were pretty good value logs until the tree service did what they do, which is leave humongous hinges for quote control, which I would argue about how much control you have when you're almost forcing a barber chair. And they cracked that butt log really bad, like 3 feet in. Luckily, the scaler only took off 2 feet. I brought it in at 16 foot with 0 trim, which was what the tree service guys did. I did not want the log bucked in any way because it eliminated me being able to manufacture the highest value saw log out of the tree. So the tree service ruined the butt log and decided where to cut it. They cut it too short for me to get 2 8s. Like, what can you do? So, yeah, that went from being about a $250 or $300 log. It brought $100, and the log above it in the same tree brought, which was half its size, brought 100. So here's another tree service hinge, humongous. And, you know, I'm not going to pick on them. I started there too. But an arborist and a logger are not the same thing. So don't call your arborist buddy thinking that that's the way to make the best money in logs. I've been both, and I think I'm decent at both, and they're just 2 different worlds. The arborist is paid not to crush your structure. He's not concerned with making saw logs. He doesn't have the background in making saw logs. I mean, the arborist probably makes more money in a lot of applications than the logger, because logging is so high expense and so little pay. It's just the way the structure's formatted. An arborist gets to pick the homeowner. If you're not making enough money in the neighborhood you're working, you just pick a richer neighborhood. It's not the way that logging works. It is, in a way. You merchandise your wood further to better markets, but the cost with that goes up too. It's not so easy to do. So I don't know what else to talk about on this load. We're about to go from where I'm at. There's really no straightforward way to get to the mill I got to go to. So I end up taking a really sketchy route, and that's coming up next. I ended up having to be in 4-wheel drive, low range, without the hubs twisted, to have enough engine braking to take this safely down this crazy mountain road that I take it down. This load ended up paying $511 with those mistakes. It probably would have been $750 or $800 otherwise. I don't know what I'm pointing at here. Probably just that there's a lot of little Twizzlers on the job, and that big tree's about to come down pretty soon. So let's skip ahead to the driving here. Let me trim this off. Shuddering. I pushed a button on the brake controller, now it's doing funny stuff. I'm gonna have to let go. This is the kind of road that could wash out. I ain't going near that edge if I don't have to. And it does go straight down. I ain't playing with that.
too low, just to have enough compression to hold this back and save the brakes, because the brakes were fading, buddy. I hate the right-hand lane. It cants to the right. I feel like I'm gonna get flipped off the side of the road, you know? So I'm just crawling. Haven't had nobody pass me yet, or from behind anyway. One car come up from the front. Ay, ay, ay. I don't like this road. Alright, I made it off the canyon part. It's probably about a 600-foot elevation change. I had a long way to go, probably 10-12 miles on this little skinny 2-lane like this, real twisty, but it's fairly flat, just fast curves. So as long as no one comes hauling up into me around one of these blind turns in my lane, I'll be all right, but people do that. I think that one of my brake shoes might have delaminated. I've got like a surging that I never had before, and I was just in those brakes. They were all good. There's 8 of them. So let me shift. There's 8 backing plates, 8 brakes, 8 wheels. So I still have real good brakes with the trailer, but man, I was riding them when I was in high range. I was running the brakes so much to stay below 20 that I could feel them fading. And so I decided to come to a stop, put it in low. You know, the front hubs are open, but I put it in low so I could have some engine braking for a while. You know, to hold me down to like 10 mile an hour. I let them brakes cool, and I just didn't. Around the blind left-hand turns where I'd have to be way to the right, and there's cracks all over that tar. The whole road's banked to the right, like toward the cliff. If you get one tire over, the trailer will take you and throw you, and that truck might not stop rolling until it crushes up against a tree. You know, it's not like I can expect guarantee my life if a log trailer takes me for 4 barrel rolls over the side of a serious cliff. So didn't need that. I got kids to go see tonight. Uh-oh. Gonna need a throttle. Need a little gas pedal here. Don't feel me now, little Triton. Come on, 5.4.
As expected, the tree that should have brought the most money on this load, because of the way it was cut, ended up bringing the least. You know, it was one of the lowest grade logs on the whole slip. The 974 board feet at $511 to average 52 cents for the load. So let's go head back to the house.